Hey there, folks. Let's do today's CSS Daily Target. Shapes. What's the right way to do this guy? One thing that you can do, one thing that people can do is you can do a border radius on an object, right? Border radius. And have the top be, circles, and then the bottoms be flat, right? So this is an option. I don't think it's a very good option in this particular case, right? So you set some colors here. We sort of make it do that. Maybe this is a way to do it. I don't know. Let's see what it would take to do that. Move this margin here. Just put it at 10. A little more margin on the sides. 80, 90, 100, 102. Give it more height. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 220, 225. There's a nice, oh, nope, 230. And then that, what was that, 100, 90 pixels. So that gets you that shape. And then that sets me up for a nice conic. This wasn't the plan. I hadn't made a plan, so whatever that is. So let's do minus 90 degrees today, and then it's this dark color, 75%, and then not a period, it's a comma, and then and then we put that in the upper corner, 0, 0, and then give it a width. 100 pixels or something, and that gets you some of that. How about a little taller, 20? Okay. Probably need an at, huh? Yeah, probably do. 50 pixels. So that's 100 wide. Do I have the width right? I don't think I do. 120. 120. Let's do the no repeat thing. As I've showed, I think, repeatedly, no repeat. Oh. Putting it in the wrong place. Putting it on the border radius. Very silly. Okay. So we need to be less tall, right? 140, 50, 60. 170. I apologize for the eye bleeding colors there. And then the at needs to be a little over less, 40, no, more, 60, and then down more, 80, 90. And then we let it repeat. And then, no, wrong. 75%. That's not the repeat. That's not the repeat at all. It's actually, we'll leave the at clump. So now we see that. So we kind of see what we're getting at. If I do that color 50%, and then that color to 75%, and then set that again. No. Oh, see, this is the hassle when I don't have a good plan. Do I need a repeat? So what am I? I'm sort of forgetting what the target is. So if I have the height wrong, yeah, see, this is just not great. 50, 60. Yeah, okay, so that's that part. 60, 170. 170. All right, and then I need to do this other part. Yeah, this is all terrible. This is all not great. Now, can I turn this lemonade into lemons? Yeah, I probably can. If I do a box shadow of minus 50 pixels, right? I can sort of fake some of this. Oh, no, I can't. That curve is going to really screw me up, isn't it? Yeah, that's dumb. What else can I do? Yeah, I don't like any of this. Nuking it all. Nuking it all. All right, what's the actual good way to do this? Let's put pink on the body like we did before, and then create. Or do we do nested? I don't know. I'm having so much trouble with this guy. He's just really boring. But I am clearly bothered by it. Okay, 10, 5. Okay, so here we go. Color clump. There's the pink. And put the gray here. And we need a 0 margin or a -8 margin in the bottom. Okay. 4, 3, 2. Great. 50, 40, 42. All right. So what are the pieces? Let's do a radial gradient. It's just the top part of the radial gradient. Well, it's 50%, 100%, which gives us this. And it's like, you know, what, 50 pixels and transparent. And we need the at is there. And it's a new technique. So one of the, little lessons, rather than the keyword circle, giving this one cue, I think, is enough to give me a perfect circle. So that shaves a few characters. I don't know how reliable it is. It works in Safari. I suspect, based on other CSS Battle solutions that I've seen, it works reliably as a replacement for circle. But really, circle is the keyword that I think of there. It goes 0 and then -100 pixels. 2, 3, 2 pixels. And is that then in the right place? 90. Okay, so that's part 1. Then what do I need? How about linear gradient? That does a repeat X and is and comes in at a 90-degree angle, and then is at 0, 100 pixels, and then has a width of 50 pixels and a height of 100 pixels. So we're kind of in the zone there a little bit. We're too low. I think we need to be 90 here. And we're too tall. I think we need to be 80. Great. And then we want to be wider. 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Okay, so that's the other piece. That's the next piece. Is it exciting? Is it good? It's a lot of gradients, and I do love a lot of gradients. So let's remove this and see what we've got. Oh, we got nothing if we do that. How come we don't have anything? What's going on? What did I do? That's what I did wrong. Okay, so let's see what we've got. So by unsetting a background, I don't fully understand why that works in the way that it does. Something about having a valid value for background is creating this weird offset. Again, this is a technique that doesn't work in Firefox, so that's a warning of there. But Chrome it works in. So that's what I've got right now. What do I do next? I kind of think is the right way to do that, not that, and instead to give this a width of 2. Wait, so we had a width of 120 is the repeat. So that's this. That's 120 pixels. What if we made it 240? 240. And instead of 50%, we gave it 25. Then we could make it taller. Sure. Is it twice as tall? 160? Not terrible. Not terrible. What was it, 150? 140. And then what? Then what? In terms of efficiency, I keep choosing things that are not very efficient. So I need to keep putting spackle on this. Conic, gradient, and transparent, 75%. And then this dark color, 0, comma. Oh, and worse, that's only on the, okay, so I need it to be at, what, at 40 pixels, 60 pixels, a little wider, right? Is it 60, and a little taller, 80, and then we need to move it, 50 pixels, 50 pixels, 70, 80, 90, and then over again, 100, 140, 30, 20. To get that, a lot of work to get that in. I mean, and if I'm doing, so I don't like any of this, right? Like, it's just like all kind of not great. But this is an example of, the practice that I've done with conic gradients makes me kind of good at it, but it also becomes a crutch because once I start seeing conic gradient as a solution, it's just not great. So okay, so 80%, yeah. So that's not too bad. Sure. And then we put the pink back on the body, and then we've got a solution. Is it good? I don't think it's really good. It's a solution. Minify, replace, submit. What else could we do? I think what's, again, the thing that I think about is a little like yesterday. I believe I used an element. So let's create the elements necessary. So let's undo that, and let's just do a piece at a time. Border, solid, and then a var of --c, or this pink color, and then border width is, are we saying 60 pixels? Or 0, 60 pixels, 60 pixels, which gets you that shape, right? If that's the part that matters, let's put that in place with margins. And again, we're using a paragraph element, so let's push, and let's go ahead and we'll put dark on the body. I know that's not the final color that goes there, but it'll help us see what we're trying to do. 8, 9, 100, 102. Yeah. And then that's too tall. Yeah, that's too tall. How about 80? Okay. So if I've got that, how about on the body we do a radial gradient background. Radial gradient. 1Q. Transparent. 100 pixels, and then pink at 50%, 100%. Oh, that's kind of interesting. That's it, 50%, 100%. Do I get a different shape if I go circle? Is that because of these margins? Yes, it is. Okay, so that answers that question. So I'm blowing out the body. I'm making the body further down. So let's move him up. 0 minus 100 pixels. 200. And then that's what, 90? And then what if I did no repeat? Then I just get that. It's kind of interesting. And then, so so now I've got all the complicated pink parts, and then I can do linear gradient from the side. Pink, and I need a second pink, and then I need this gray, and I need it to come in from the side, and it agrees. I like this better. I'll take this. How about 20%, 0, 80%. That looks a little shy. Is this an even number? How about 15? 14, 13, 12, 11, 12. How about 60Q, 50Q, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 53Q. Quarter millimeters, I guess is what that is. 200Q, 300, 360, 70, 71, 68, 69, 70, 71. And how about 80%? That's where we started, I think. 70, no, 80, 90, 85. I'm trying numbers here. 86, 87, 88, 86, 87.5. Yeah, see, that's not great. So that's equivalent to like 200 pixels or whatever this is, right? They're 300 pixels. 3, 20, 30, 40, 50, and that's a dead-on number, so it's hard to argue with that. I like this best. This is where I'll stop. I'm presuming it's 100%. And I guess I don't need, there's things I don't need here. I don't need to variabilize this. I thought I was going to use another element. Nope. Unit replace is probably going to capture a few of these, and not very much. Minify. I can use the ampersand there. That's kind of fun. Oh wait, I've clobbered it once again. My minification plugin has clobbered some of these values. So what do we got going on? What do we got? Something got clobbered. Oh, because this doesn't have parentheses, of course. Yes. Yeah, 83% match. Not going out with that score. There we go. So that's best score. So what are the pieces again? Kind of like, so this paragraph, we put a yellow on it. So that's that shape. And that's sort of the anchor shape of the complexity. And that's so we undo that, and then that's the shape. So so we got two gradients to make this shape. We got the negative space of the pink around, and then a sideways gradient. So without the radial gradient, you get that. So that's the start. So there's other ways to do this, right? You could do this with inset border, and then you need margins probably. So yeah, you got choices. It's fun. Hope you enjoyed this. I sure did. Good shape, interesting colors. Like I don't think I've seen a gray and pink puzzle. I have seen them all, but it's probably in there. I'm just not remembering it. Hope you're having a great day. It's Sunday here on this part of the hemisphere, but this is a video for Monday. Have a good day. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Go make a webpage. Go make a webpage. Really, go make a webpage.